Door World, we're the right kind of door.
If you've been thinking about getting a beautiful steel door, don't think about it for another second, because right now at Door World, we're holding our half-price sale where you can save an incredible 50% on slightly blemished and canceled MagnaSeal steel doors, plus free installation. So hurry, come to Door World on Germantown Avenue, Bustleton Avenue, or in Pensauken, or call 1-800-228-8000. That's 1-800-228-8000 for our free shop-at-home service.
The Orleans Vocational Center needs manufacturers. Your assembly, packing, packaging, and collating subcontracts help rehabilitate the handicapped. If you need the Orleans Vocational Center to avoid costly overhead...
Wearing right now, Mr. Whitney?
Yes, it is.
May we see it, please?
What for?
Look, I know we have no legal right to make you show us that.
Damn right you don't.
Well, if you have nothing to hide...
Is this the reason, Jody? Is this the reason that you and your friend Gavin committed burglary? Huh? This watch?
Thank you for being...
See, I didn't give that to you, Mr. Carr.
Speak to my lawyer. Let's have a look at Mr. Whitney's watch.
Is this the one, Jody? The one that Gunther showed you?
Yeah, it looks like the same one, but maybe we should open it up and listen
How
to
does
the
that tune go?
Da-dum, 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 da-da-da-da, something like that.
Open the case, Mike.
My God. It's not the same one, it's a different tune.
It's known as Old Lang Syne, Jody. It's a very old melody. You may be too young to know it.
It is different, Jody. No question about that.
Maybe there are two tunes, Mike. Is there a switch hidden here somewhere?
Don't be ridiculous, Chief. It's not a jukebox. It's a pocket watch. It plays a tune. One tune only. So, Jody, it seems that you and your friend Gavin committed burglary for no good reason.
Mr. Carr, I don't understand. It looks exactly like the same watch I saw. Even Martine thought it was the other melody. Well, I guess she was wrong, huh? I guess we were both wrong. Excuse me.
Well, may I have my watch back now, gentlemen? Should old acquaintance be forgot, and Old Lang Syne.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Spick & Span. Spick & Span, it helps your floor show its true colors. And by Puritan Oil, for great-tasting food and more.
Health experts don't always agree on what's best, but many of them believe we should keep our serum cholesterol from rising above normal limits. Now, how do we do that? Well, in this university study, 43 families on individual eating plans reduced serum cholesterol an average of 9.6% in 3 weeks. Did they live on boiled rice? Not at all. They cut down on foods that were high in cholesterol and saturated fats. They ate more fish, more chicken, more fruit, more vegetable. And for cooking and salad dressings, they used Puritan oil because it is low in saturated fats and contains no cholesterol. This is the oil. I think you should try it. This is the name. I think you should remember it. Puritan knows you're fighting serum cholesterol. Puritan wants you to win.
Howdy! Another new floor?
Hi, Minnie. No, this tile's the color my floor is supposed to be.
Well, looks like dirt's got all scuffed in.
And dulled its true colors.
To show your floor's true colors, clean it with Spick & Span.
On no wax?
Works great. It cleans deep into crevices and lifts out scuffed-in dirt that can dull your floor's true colors.
But is it safe for my floor?
No liquid cleaner's safer.
That's the floor I fell in love with.
Spick & Span helps your floor show its true colors.
Looking for a good book?
I always like looking through other people's libraries.
Well, in case you feel like reading, I can recommend something worthwhile. The Book of Etiquette.
Thanks for the advice.
This isn't my only advice. Stop poking around in other people's business. You work in people's private home. You respect their privacy.
I was merely looking at book titles. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Oh, don't give me that. I don't know what you were up to, looking behind the shelves and poking around in things. It isn't the first time. I have seen you do this ever since you came here.
Excuse me, I think I'd like to freshen up.
I have watched you, Nora. I have seen you reading everything written in here. I just don't know what you're looking for.
I'm just a person with a natural curiosity, that's all.
Oh, you certainly are curious.
And besides, Mrs. Cavanaugh was out. I had nothing to do.
Well, why don't you watch TV?
Actually, I thought I'd settle down with a good book. I thought I'd put on a sweater and sit outside on the terrace. Want to join me?
Please close that door.
Oh, don't you like fresh air, Mrs. Goodman?
There's a 4-year-old child living in this house. You're making drafts all over the place.
What you really mean is you're afraid to look out, aren't you? 32 floors up is also a very long way down. Hi, Mrs. Cavanaugh.
Hi, Nora, Mrs. Goodman. Everything all right on the home front?
Couldn't be better.
How's Adam?
Oh, fine. I just brought him back from school. I didn't know if you wanted me maybe to feed him early tonight.
Oh, would you please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. So, Nora, what about my husband? Is he still here?
No. As a matter of fact, he's gone to the hospital again. I think it's that new patient. You know, the actress.
Oh, yes.
Seems very interested in it, isn't he? Must be something unusual.
Maybe you thought it was an adorable little prank, Miss Avery.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, call me Jinx. You did on the phone.
That's not what I wanted to call you on the phone when I found out what you did trying on that nurse's uniform.
Please, don't blame her. It wasn't her fault.
It sure was her fault. She had no right to do it.
She's only a student.
Yeah, well, she just hurt her chances to be anything more than that.
It's unfair to punish her. I tricked her into lending me her uniform. Look, I told her I was going to rehearse.
Rehearse for what?
For my next starring role, of course. Only, there's not going to be one, is there?
That's not necessarily true.
The next time I have an audience, it'll be at my funeral.
Oh, wait a minute. You don't have the right to make that kind of prognosis.
You know, I always imagined how it would be. The first time I starred on Broadway. I always saw myself on the stage after my smash premiere performance. The ushers coming up both sides of the theater, their arms full of flowers. I guess I'll get my flowers, won't I?
Jinx, listen to me. It's stupid to talk that way. Almost as stupid as trying to understand your own medical report. You are not qualified.
Are you trying to say that I can't read English?
Not medical English, no.
Dr. Kavanaugh, can you honestly tell me that I read the report wrong? That I don't have this funny disease with a long name that's going to kill me in a few weeks?
Where'd you get that idea? There's no prognosis on that report. Listen, nobody knows how this disease progresses. Do you understand me?
Yeah, that's right. You mentioned that. It was in your favorite medical journal, the cover story.
That's right, it was the lead story, and it was a case of complete remission.
You know, it was the lead story because it's so damned untypical. Now, isn't that the truth?
Listen to me, Jinx. There is no known treatment for this disease. But who's to say that a cure won't be found very soon?
No, I don't believe that. They're not going to waste their time finding a cure for some rare disease. There are too many biggies that get all the attention, all the telephones. Nobody's going to worry about little Jinx Avery. Tell me one thing. Will I just go to pieces? Is everything just going to get worse and worse?
No, not at all. That's a strange thing about this disease.
So that doesn't mean that I'm going to be bedridden.
No, no, far from it. You ought to be able to lead a completely normal life. Well, there will be periods of fatigue and headaches, but nothing else until...
The end.
I was going to say cure.
Will you just leave now, please?
If you want.
I want to be alone now. I've got a lot of thinking I've got to do.
Jinx, I'm not so sure this is the right time to be alone. You must have friends.
Oh, the friends I have wouldn't want to have anything to do with... Never mind.
You sure there's nobody I can call for you?
Please.
All right.
You know, it's funny. There was so much that I wanted. So many experiences that I expected to have. I keep telling myself to be patient. And I thought that everything would come to me. That it was just a matter of time. Well, it certainly is that now. A matter of time.
Why do you use Soup Starter?
With my busy schedule, I need a head start, so I cook up Soup Starter, because that's cooking smart. It's easy to fix up a homemade delight. Serve your family Soup Starter tonight.
Soup Starter from Swift. Hearty homemade soup for dinner. Just add meat and let it simmer.
Making ends meet is no easy task. Soup Starter soup makes my food budget last.
Cook smarter with Soup Starter. And new Stew Starter, too.
The Bugs Bunny C&Say Talking Telephone by Mattel Preschool.
Me. What's up, Doc?
A whole new world of imagination for your child.
Let's see if Sylvester's home, okay?
Greetings. I'm Sylvester. What's your name?
Yes. The Bugs Bunny Talking Telephone.
That's all, folks.
Toys for today's kids.
I'm back. What? Because I've been thinking. I want to know about Jim Diedrichson, too. Now, Valerie, newspapers have access to all sorts of information. I mean, we have research departments to ferret out all kinds of facts.
So what are you suggesting? We sick the bloodhounds on him?
No. I mean, find out about his voter's registration, driver's license, that kind of thing.
But, Nancy, he's not from Monticello. I doubt they'd have records like that on Jim here.
Well, did he tell you where he's from?
He said that he'd been in Los Angeles. He seems to be interested in show business. At least, he was reading a show business newspaper when I saw him.
I see. Now, does that jibe with the man you knew in Lucerne?
Yes, it does. Jim was very interested in the arts. Literature, music, ballet. He enjoyed reading plays especially.
Mm-hmm. Did he tell you what he does for a living?
I was only able to talk to him for a minute or two. And then Kelly came into Sid's and he was gone. I guess he sort of assumed, well, he had seen Kelly and me together before.
Well, there might have been another reason for his hasty departure. He might not have wanted to face Kelly's questions.
Perhaps.
And on the other hand, he might not have wanted to face yours.
Well, I see you're just as much of a doubter as Kelly is.
No. I don't want to doubt, Valerie. It's just, I want you to be sure that he's the right person.
Hello?
Hi, Ed.
My errand didn't take as long as I thought it would, Nancy.
Well, Mike, hi. Come on in.
Okay, thank you.
You've never seen the Crown studio before, have you?
No, I haven't. Not even when Mr. Crown was here. I gather you're retaining the name.
Yes. The name Crown means something, I think. The name Bryson means something, too, but not what I would have it mean.
Honey, I'm anxious to know what happened.
That's why I came over here as soon as I could. Police business, Valerie.
And I'm sure it's confidential, so why don't I take this opportunity to develop a picture?
No, I don't want to drive you out of your own studio.
No, really,
Nancy and I can talk about it later.
I have work to do in the darkroom. You guys go right ahead. I'll see you later.
Well.
I guess you'd call it a case of a false alarm.
Really?
Apparently, the watch that Gunther showed Jody in the studio that day wasn't the same one that was stolen from Sky Whitney's bedroom.
You know that for a fact?
Jody confirmed the fact herself. She said it wasn't the same one.
So that means that Gavin Wiley is totally responsible for what happened to Gunther. No one else.
As far as we know, that's the story.
Oh, Nancy, would you answer that?
Right. Hello? Crown Studios. May I ask who's calling?
Oh, this is Diedrichson. Jim Diedrichson.
Well, hello, Mr. Diedrichson. My name is Nancy Carr. I wondered, does that sound familiar?
No. Oh, you're the lady that wrote the article about Val and I. In a way, you're partially responsible for getting us together. Is she there right now?
Oh, well, right now she's in the dark room.
Oh, yes.
But I'm sure that she wants to talk to you, so if you...
No, don't bother. I don't want to spoil anything, especially not her photographs.
It's very interesting, Mr. Diedrichson. Valerie and I were just talking about you.
Would you tell her that I'm coming over and I'd like to talk to her? Thank you very much. Goodbye.
When we set out to improve a great laundry detergent, we wanted to keep the powerful cleaners that work on ordinary dirts, that cut through food stains, that get out grease and oil, and add powerful cleaners that clean collar soil even better than before. So that's what we did, all in the concentrated quarter cup called New Formula Era. So effective, it cleans clean through. Watch Era clean through collar soil, taco grease, and motor oil. We treat only the top with a teaspoon of Era, rub, run under warm water, and look. New Era cleans clean through. That's the kind of power you get in Era's little quarter cup. New Era, power that cleans clean through.
Hey, Ed, what'd you use an automatic coffee maker?
Folgers flaked coffee.
Great.
What do you use in the automatic coffee maker?
Folgers flaked coffee.
Delicious.
Mrs. Olson, what did you use? Oh, Folgers flaked coffee.
Nothing's better in these coffee makers.
Where's that?
Folgers is mountain grown, the richest kind of coffee. It's a coffee recommended by Mr. Coffee, the best-selling coffee maker.
And it's flaked?
Flaked to release more rich flavor, so you use less. If you normally use 5 measures, you only need 4 of Folgers flaked coffee.
Delicious.
Mountain-grown Folgers. That's how good coffee makers make great coffee.
Well, thank heaven.
Hi, did you miss me?
I was so bored. You promised me you would be home a long time ago.
Well, I had to make a couple stops.
Well, you said you would be home hours ago, and you promised me, and you never think of me anymore.
Oh, I don't, huh?
No.
Oh, here.
What's this?
Oh, it's something to help you pass the time.
Oh. It's a watch.
Mm-hmm. It's about 150 years old.
It's beautiful. Tell me, did I forget something? Is there a special occasion?
Well, no, does there have to be?
No, you can bring me jewelry anytime. Groundhog Day, D-Day.
Well, that's good to know.
But this is very strange because when you left here, you were so depressed about closing the theater.
Yeah, well, I suppose I was a bit. But I cheered up quite a bit when I stopped by this little jewelry store on Powell Street.
Did you stop by just to get it from me?
Well, no, to be honest, I had to get my watch repaired.
I knew it. You did break your watch.
I didn't break it. I didn't break it at all. It was just losing a little time.
Did you get it fixed?
Yeah, I got it fixed. And I saw this little antique pendant watch, and I thought maybe we could keep time together.
Well, I love it. You really have changed moods. If I didn't know you better, I'd say you'd been drinking.
I'm only intoxicated with your eyes.
No, it's nobody's fault, Nicole. Jody truly meant what she told me. I'm satisfied.
Yes, I know she did.
Sometimes you want so desperately for something to be true that you don't see things very clearly, and your memory plays tricks on you.
But, Derek, I really thought it was the same watch. I did.
I still don't understand it, Derek. Even if she didn't see that watch in the studio, she still saw a watch.
Well, I'm sure Gunther had a watch.
So what happened to it?
That we don't know. Somebody may have stolen it.
But who?
We don't know. The studio door was wide open. The body was there between the time that Gavin called you in the time that Miles arrived on the scene.
Miles wasn't on the scene for very long since somebody came and knocked him unconscious.
That's still a mystery, but it was probably...
It was probably what? Go ahead, you were going to say Gavin.
No, maybe not. Maybe it was a thief.
Well, then why that watch? Why not the other watch? Why not his wallet?
Yeah, and why didn't he rob Miles as well?
We don't know that. It's possible the watch just may have fallen out. It may have been laying on the floor in plain sight, and we may never know. But it's one thing for certain, that theory about Sky Whitney just doesn't hold up.
Excuse me. There's a man on the phone who won't give his name, but he wants to talk to Miss Travis.
I'll be right back. Hello?
Hey, baby. It's Gavin. What's happening? The watch. Did you get to talk to the cops about the watch?
Yes, I did, and it's not what we thought. Do you understand?
Oh, my God.
No, it's okay, because, it was just one of those things. Everybody makes mistakes, right?
Yeah, they sure do. That was my last chance, Jody. You know that?
No, I don't know that.
I saw Calvin to make sure that the cops knew you had nothing to do with what happened in the Whitney house.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. Nothing's gonna happen to me.
Calvin's a great guy. He's a real terrific friend. He loaned me some money so I can do what I have to do.
No, wait a second. We've got to
speak to Gavin, Jody.
It's not Gavin. It's a friend of mine who has a little problem.
No, Jody, I gotta go. I'm buying a bus ticket with the rest of the money.
No, now wait a second.
Gavin.
Is sinus driving you crazy with congestion, pressure, mean sinus headache? Want more than aspirin or cold capsules? Take a U-turn to Sinutab. Extra strength Sinutab with the most sinus headache pain reliever per dose without a prescription. 54% more per tablet than standard sinus remedies. Helps relieve congestion and pressure, too. Take a turn to relief. A U-turn to extra strength Sinutab. The #1 selling extra strength sinus pain reliever.
Hey, Joe, your mother make those cookies? Uh-huh. Are they the ones with those neat peanut butter in them? Reese's peanut butter chips. My mom uses them. I love peanut butter. Trade a jelly donut. A cupcake. Rhubarb pie. Rhubarb pie.
For great peanut butter taste in all kinds of cookies, Reese's peanut butter flavored chips. They're made with real peanuts. Nobody gives up cookies made with Reese's.
Tonight at 6, as a rodeo medic, David Banner gets involved with a cowpoke whose brother turns to rustling to pay off gambling debts in The Incredible Hulk. Followed by Sanford and Son at 7. Tonight, Grady makes an unusual salad with homegrown parsley.
You've done very well for yourself.
Thank you. Made yourself comfortable.
I remember the doubts you used to have about your future career.
Everybody has doubts.
But this is rather rapid progress. You have your own studio?
Well, don't be fooled. The only reason that I'm here is because Carlo Crown isn't. He sort of abandoned his baby on my doorstep.
Well, you're going to continue the business, aren't you?
Yes, I plan to give it the old college try anyway. I just don't know if I'll be able to hold on to it.
Well, some things are impossible to hold on to.
Do you mind if I tell you something?
No. What?
I thought you were very rude yesterday. The Jim Diedrichson I knew in Switzerland was never rude.
I'm sorry. I thought I was just being practical.
To just walk out on me? Without even waiting to...
To meet your boyfriend? No, Valerie, I wasn't ready for that. Any more than I was ready to meet you. Or get back into your organized life.
You don't know anything about my life. You can't tell very much about someone by following them around. Just as I can't tell very much about you.
You're not really sure whether it's me or not, are you?
No, I'm not.
Well, I can't blame you. You've never seen this face before without the bandages.
There are more than just bandages between us. There are all those years.
Let me show you something. Here's 2 credit cards and a driver's license.
James L. Diedrichson. What's that?
Just an old photograph. Lieutenant James L. Diedrichson, United States Marine Corps. Oh, I can tell what you're thinking.
Can you?
You're thinking that's not an uncommon name. Am I right?
I don't know, Jim.
You need more proof than this, don't you, Valerie? What can I do? Shall I describe the clinic in Lucerne? What I saw of it? Shall I describe your father? Shall I try and remember the conversations that we had? The books that you read me? The poems that I read you? Do you remember this one? I even keep it with me. If now you saw me, you would say, where is the face that I once loved? And I would answer, gone before. It tarries veiled in paradise. And once when the morning star does rise, and the earth does lose its clouds away, and we stand safe within the door, and then you shall lift the veil thereof. Look up, rise up, for up above. Our palms are grown, our place is set, and there we shall meet where we once met, and love a familiar love. I remember something else that I used to say to you. How much I wanted to kiss you.
Ready? Which is the syrup with 1/3 less calories?
This one's thicker. Tastes rich. This one's thinner. Sure, it must have less calories.
Okay, uncover the thinner one.
That's our syrup.
And the thicker one?
Aunt Jemima light syrup, but it's thicker than ours.
Aunt Jemima Light Syrup. Thicker than the leading brand, but with 1/3 less calories and no artificial sweeteners. Aunt Jemima Light Syrup with the high-calorie taste.
You even fooled Amy.
The donuts you find in a supermarket are usually made by machine. At Dunkin' Donuts, we make ours by hand. In the store, you have 5 or 6 varieties to choose from. We give you 52. In the supermarket, you don't really know how old the donuts are. We make donuts night and day. Why do we do all this? Because it's easier for you to buy donuts in the supermarket than to make a special stop at Dunkin' Donuts. So, we make it worth the trip.
Tonight on the new season premiere of the greatest American hero, Ralph has to throw 200-mile-an-hour fastball.
He's a politician who's been falsely accused of murder in the Chinese web at 8 o'clock. Now, stay tuned for The Love Boat.
This is Field Communications in Philadelphia.
Listen, tooth problems can be painful, and we should know. So whenever we have a problem, we go to Dr. A's, the family dentist at 1231 Market Street. We never need an appointment for their low-cost, high-quality dental care. They fill cavities, do extractions asleep or awake, make new dentures in 24 hours, and do denture repairs while you wait. They honor Blue Shield, public assistance, all insurance plans, and major credit cards. Got a painful tooth problem? Go to Dr. A's, the family dentist at 1231 Market Street in the Shore Building. They'll help the hurt in a hurry.
It's me again, Dave himself. Real imported Italian ceramic tile, which will cost you $2.49 a square foot in 2 different patterns. And that's pure ceramic tile imported from Italy. In addition, we have real brown quarry tile, And this quality tile will only cost you $1.10 a square foot. That's also imported from Italy. So if it's quality merchandise at cheap prices, come down to Mr. Surplus. We sell everything cheap. Just ask for me, Dave. You remember me.
Attention Gloucester County residents. If you're out of work and getting nowhere fast, the Action for Career Employment Private Industry Council program can help you find a job. Tonight at 6, David Banner works as a cabbie to help the owner of the company on The Incredible Hulk.